Hola amigos, ¿cómo están? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking and giving a bit of a preview of Mexico's upcoming friendly against Guatemala. Um, should be a good game. Really excited about this actually. Not really excited generally for friendlies, but this one should be exciting because obviously there's a lot of young players in this team. It's a hell of a different roster to the normal Mexico teams that we see. Um, and yeah, I think that adds a bit of an excitement factor to it. So I've got the roster up here. You can probably see my glasses. So I'm just going to go through the players, have a little bit of a chat on all of them, and then end on a specific player. So let's go to the goalkeepers. Goalkeepers for me is the best thing about this this roster, to be honest. One of the best things, anyway. Um, uh, Acevedo, Carlos Acevedo, and David Ochoa in goal. Brilliant. These guys should be in and around the first team anyway. Especially Acevedo, I think he deserves to be in the first 11, to be honest with you. Or at least the main cover for Guillermo Ochoa. So we go. I mean, really good goalkeepers. David Ochoa, especially, I think it's his first senior call up for Mexico since choosing Mexico. So it'd be good to see him play. I reckon Acevedo's probably going to start this game, probably play the whole game, but still good to see David Ochoa in it. Again, I think these two players, a couple of others, Lira, I think his name is, and also um, Godino as well. And there's a couple more that whose names escape me. That should be involved in the first team for Mexico, and yeah, these two are on the top of the pile, I think. So yeah, really happy with the goalkeepers. Going to the defenders, I'll just breeze through them because there's quite a lot of them. Eric Aguirre, awesome. Should be in the first team as well, in my opinion. Kevin Alvarez from Pachuca, Jesus Gangulo from Tigres, Jonathan Gomez. My nose is itching. Jonathan Gomez is a big one. Obviously plays for Real Sociedad's B team in the Segunda Liga in Spain. Um, Again, first team call up for him as well, which is awesome. Hopefully, he gets to play a fairly decent amount of game time. Um, yeah, it's going to be really excited to see him play because I haven't watched any of the games for. I don't watch the Spanish league, let alone the Spanish second division, so I haven't seen him play. I'm going to be brutally honest, but there's a big buzz about this kid. People that have seen him play rate him quite highly, so it'll be good to see him play. Olivas from Guadalajara, absolutely blinding. He's having a really good time with Chivas at the moment. I think we're on a 3 game win streak. So, yeah, really deserves to be in that team. Ortiz from Unam and then Reyes from Puebla. So, yeah, it's a decent back line. Um, Going to the midfielders, obviously Piero Alvarado, doing really well for GS. Has not scored much, um, but he's part of the reason why Chivas is doing quite well at this moment in time, so he deserves it. Beltran as well, although I think Beltran's question mark now because he might have got injured against the Cruz Azul game, so um, I'm not sure if he's 100% out, but last I saw, he was a question mark, so he may not play that game, which sucks because he's been doing really well. I think he's arguably Mexico's best midfielder now. So if he doesn't play, it sucks. Again, he's another player that should be part of the transition into the main first team for Mexico. Carrillo from Santos, Chavez from Pachuca, and Cordova from Tigres having a pretty poor time in Tigres, to be honest with you. Um, the Club America Cordova has kind of disappeared, although he kind of dropped off before he left America. Um, I think that's one of the reasons why they were happy to sell him. But yeah, I mean, hopefully, I reckon he'll play. He'll start at least in this game, and hopefully, it's a good game because he needs to kind of pick up his form a bit. All the European rumours involving him have gone now. He's one of those players in the Olympic squad that I had him pegged to go to Europe. Like one of the first players to go to Europe out of that Olympic squad, and it's not happened for him. So he needs to kind of step up a bit now. It's a good opportunity for him. Then my boy Marcelo Flores from Arsenal, absolutely amazing to see him playing for Mexico again. Um, Obviously, he got his debut already against Chile, but he got like 2 minutes. I think he might start this game. To be honest with you, he deserves it. He's doing really well for the under 23s. Um, he's been called up for Arsenal once. He obviously didn't get to play, but still he's done that. He's um, training with the Arsenal first team as well, which is awesome. So if he doesn't start, I really want to see him get lots of time, not 2 minutes by the end of the game. Um, Hopefully, he gets at least 20 minutes, half an hour, hopefully, half an hour, at least half an hour. But I've got a sneaky feeling he's going to start this game. But we'll have to wait and see. Lira from Cruzul, Sanchez from Chuka, and Zendejas from Hoka. They're decent players. Big opportunity for them as well. And then the two forwards, only two strikers, Eduardo Aguirre, should I say, and Santi Jimenez. Um, Top quality strikers, especially Jimenez. Jimenez is on a bit of a roll at the moment, doing very well. Cruz, so hopefully I reckon he will be the one that starts, and I think Aguirre will come off the bench towards the end of the game. Um, Pretty decent lineup, really exciting lineup. The goalkeepers, defenders, midfielders, forwards, they all got players in there that excite me. So, like I said, I think Acevedo starts. I think Santi Jimenez starts. I think Flores starts. Alvarado starts. Eric Aguirre starts. So, um, yeah, I'm really buzzing about this game, to be honest with you. Like I said, really exciting lineup. It's nice to see these players involved. Most of these players, at least some of these players, should have been involved in the qualifying. At least maybe not starting, but at least on the bench, at least in the squad for qualifiers. I think Santi Jimenez should have been involved. I think Acevedo 100%. I mean, millions and millions of Mexico fans will agree with me, and I agree with them, that Acevedo should have been involved in the qualifying. Not necessarily starting. Ochoa's still the starting goalkeeper, but his reign is coming to an end. You know, everyone sees that there is an end now. There is the end of the line for Ochoa in at least the starting goalkeeping role for Mexico. Mexico needs to start looking at his replacement, and the usual people, Cota, Talavera, and Orozco are just not it. It needs to be Acevedo, and it needs to be him soon. Anyway, it's really good to see these players coming into the team, and then I'm just gonna before I get to the last bit, I just want to talk about Tata Martino. So apparently, because of his eye surgery, he can't fly, so he's not going to be in this game. Don't know whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. I kind of feel like it might be a good thing. Obviously, he's still going to dictate. The first 11 is going to be the first 11 that he wants to pick. Maybe he gives the second coach, his assistant coach, leeway in terms of substitutions. You don't know how a game's going to go. There could be injuries, God forbid, or there could be just um, the fitness level issues. So we don't really know what's going to happen. So we don't know what the subs are going to be. But the first 11 is definitely going to be his first 11. So we'll have to wait and see what that is. But hopefully, he should be watching this game on a TV somewhere. He needs to be watching this game because I think at least 5 or 6 of these players should be in the first 11 for the World Cup. Not in the squad for the World Cup is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, that's that. And then the last thing I'm going to talk about, obviously, Marcelo Flores, because this is going to be both a Mexico and a Flores watch video, so 2 in 1, which is nice. I like crossovers; it makes life a little bit easier for me. So yeah, what a year he's had so far. Obviously, rehashing a lot of stuff now, but January 2022. He's just made the transition from the under-18s into the under-23s for Arsenal. He's the month before that he got his first team Mexico debut against Chile, like I said. Then he gets called up for the Arsenal squad against Southampton back in March. The end of March, I think back in March, yeah. Obviously didn't play, but he was on the bench, and it was an experience. It's a sign that Arteta is definitely looking at him. He's one of the 4 or so players that he's looking to bring into the first team. So that was a good sign. He hasn't been back in the squad since, but he did play against Man United or in the under 23s. The only trouble with that was like he missed a fair. He didn't play a game for about 3 weeks because he was in the squad for the first team. He couldn't play for the under 23s that weekend, and then the under 23s for some reason had like a 3 week break. And then they played Man United and won that game, if I'm not mistaken. And he played that game, so he's back in with the under 23s. But he can still. I think there's 4 or 5 games left of the seasons for us, or so he could go back into the squad for the first team in another game. Probably in the last 2 games. I think top 4 is either going to be won or lost by then. So I think the last 2 games could be where we see some debuts, and hopefully he'll be one of them. And now he's playing for Mexico again, for the first team, no less. Again, it's friendly. Again, it's not going to tie him down 100%. But he's doing really well. He's had a fantastic, 5 months now. Um, Doing really well, to be honest with you. He nailed it in the under 18s. He's nailing it in the under 23s. He's one of the 2, maybe 3 best players in the under 23 squad now. He's in and around. He's just on the cusp of the Arsenal first team. And then obviously gave an interview to the end overnight, my time. So probably about 12 hours ago it was released. No, I haven't seen the whole interview, and obviously it's translated for me. But basically, the gist of it is that he's happy with Mexico. His father and all of his extended family are Mexican. It seems like Mexico is where he's at by now, in terms of his heart as well as physically where he is. But he did say, if they take me, I think the interviewer probably said, hey, if they take you to the World Cup, you're going to choose Mexico. So the quote was, if they do call me up for Mexico, if they do call me up for the World Cup, then obviously I'll go over Mexico. But it's misleading because obviously, if Mexico takes him to the World Cup, well, is it cheap for some reason? Obviously, if Mexico calls him up for the World Cup, he's going to pick Mexico. But it could be said that if Canada calls him up for their World Cup squad, that he'll go with them. I mean, it's still open, and obviously it's quite fortunate for him, really, that the Mexico fans, and even Canada fans, that they're so passionate about him. Yes, there's a little bit of hype to it. There's always hype over Mexico youth players. But the fact that he's in the Premier League already, and in a team that's doing quite well, could be doing better, obviously, but he's doing quite well. And the prospect of having a Mexican play at the top level in the English game again, and coming through the youth system, no less. I mean, Vela did that, but obviously everyone knows what happened with Vela. But Chicharito, for example, he didn't come through Manchester Man United's youth system. He was bought from Chivas, so this different. Flores is a unique case from Mexico in a way. Similar to a little bit similar to Santi and Newcastle, providing he stays there. But yeah, I wanted to see Newcastle Santi in the squad as well. By the way, just wanted to put that in there. But basically, there's no point asking him, well, which country you're going to pick, because he's not going to pick yet. He doesn't have to pick yet. He has time still. Obviously, the time is starting to run out a little bit, but he's got time. I don't think, and I don't think that Newcastle, or that Mexico or Canada are going to pick him for their World Cup squads. Canada possibly, because Canada's squad's so light that it's easier for him to get into Canada's first team. Is what I'm trying to say. Canada have 2 world class players. That's it. Like, he's good enough to get into Canada's starting 11 World Cup squad. And anyone that says any differently is just biased. And yeah, people can say I'm biased as well, but it's legit truth. The reason why he's not in Mexico's first team yet is because it's difficult to get into Mexico's first team. You have to be really good. You have to be good at your position. You have to be experienced. Um, his age goes against him a little bit. He's still only 18. He's 18 years old. I mean, it depends on if he gets his first team debut for Arsenal. If he gets his debut, say in the last game of the season, which I think is Everton, and he scores for that, that changes things for me, in my opinion. That might make Mexico go, this kid's made he's a Premier League first team player now. Maybe we'll call him up. He may still be called up. Tata Martino might have thought, I'm going to call him up. He probably won't play much, but I'm going to call him up. But I don't think either team will call him up. To be honest with you, um, I see his international career going right down to 20, maybe not 2026, but in maybe next year or the year after. He doesn't have to make a decision yet. Um, and he won't have to really until the Nations League. Now, what I think might happen is that they call him up for the Nations League, and they offer him a spot. And then they probably say, to be fair, they won't have to say anything. If they call him up for the Nations League, because the Nations League is an official tournament, if they call him up and he plays for them, then that seals him for Mexico. And I think if they ask him to play that, he will. And he will go, yeah, okay, I'll choose Mexico. But right now, he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to. You can play. And the fact that fans of both teams, countries, love him so much and hype about him so much, he's got a lot of power, to be honest with you. Um, Normally, Mexico's in the driving seat and they're a bit comfortable. Um, and they are comfortable to an extent because he's played for Mexico his entire career. He's not played for Canada once. He's not gone to a camp or training or done anything related to Canadian football at all, ever. Uh, that alone, for me, speaks volumes. Canada Canada are asking him. He probably is talking to Canada, and they probably are asking him to play for them. But he's choosing Mexico, and that's a choice. That's him deciding. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go play for Mexico. Um, this sort of friend is just an opportunity for him to kind of just showcase what he can do. Maybe people that are Mexico fans, maybe not Premier League fans, will get an opportunity to actually watch him play. Um, I think he's going to do really well in this game. I'm not going to lie. I think he's going to start here, and I think it's a big good game. But touch wood, we'll have to wait and see. I don't want to make this video long too much. I've been mumbling around for 20 minutes now. But basically, really good squad. I really like it. And then obviously Flores wise, um, I mean the whole interview thing, he hasn't, like, it's very easy to read that interview and go, oh, he's trying to beat Mexico then. But he's not. Not necessarily. He could still pick Canada, and we have to keep that in mind. It's just that he's played for Mexico the whole time. He's playing with them again. Um, so I think he's made it clear that he prefers Mexico, but he's not going to turn around and go, yeah, I'm gonna wait for Mexico. Why would he do that? He wants Canada to pressure Mexico into actually delivering on it. Um, he doesn't want to be one of those players that chooses Mexico and gets forgotten. Um, and he's got time. So he's being very, very smart about it. It's very painful for me because it's like, bro, just pick Mexico. It's clear that you prefer Mexico. Just pick him. But, at the moment, his football's talking for himself. He's doing really well for club and country. And at the moment, that's probably good enough for him. Um, come what may. I just think there could be a massive U-turn right at the end where Canada goes, hey, we'll take you to the World Cup, and that's more likely. Canada's way more likely to offer him a World Cup spot than Mexico is because it's just way easier for him to get into Canada team. Canadian fans will make you to make you think that they've got a top class squad and it will be difficult for him to get into the Canada team. That's not true. Sorry, like if that butt hurts you or anything, fair enough, but that's not true at all. It's way more difficult to get into the Mexico team. It always has been, probably always will be, um, especially with a goalkeeper because it's going to be a chore until the end of time. Um, so it could happen, but we'll have to wait and see. But I'll let you know what happens at the end of the game. We'll do a review of it. It's on Wednesday night, your guys' time, whether you're in the US or Mexico. But I think it's like 8:30 in the morning, Thursday morning. So that'll be fun. And I'll do a video and I'll talk to you guys about it. So let me know what you think of the squad. Let me know what you think about Marcelo Flores and his interview. Um, Again, we'll have a discussion in the comments. Love you guys, and I'll see you guys very soon for the review. So take it easy, enjoy your week, and I'll see you guys in a couple of days. Adios.